When it comes to our base version of ourselves, everyone says it is too far away from them and they can't even think about it just because of all it takes you far away from your base version is using phone for hours, scrolling for nothing, eating whatever you want, not even thinking if it serves you or not, listening to sad music for hours, lying in bed just overthinking, procrastination on what you need to get done, smoking or drinking alcohol to just fit with the group of your friends, not exercising for your own well-being, watching TV, or even worse, playing video games until late at night. Who can break all of these habits? Who can let all of these habits go? Who can get up early and do what needs to be done? Only those that they don't accept the reality of what they are currently in. You know what you accept? You can't change. If you accept these behaviors, an unproductive, unmanageable person that you are, you know it means you accept it. You accept this version of yourself that can't serve you anymore. And if you do not take any steps toward your base self, you will be there forever. But if you're lucky, if you're not accepting this version and want to change this version, then you wake up. This wake up time won't show itself to everyone. And also this wake up time shows that you are even tired from your current self. You can't be this version. You can't wake up and do what you adopt for a long period of time. And all of this what you're doing just taking you away from your goals and from the version that you truly desire to be. Reading tons of books on self-improvement or listening to tons of podcasts on self-improvement doesn't mean you know the true meaning of self-improvement. The true meaning of self-improvement is knowing how to find your base version and killing your current self. It is not about being productive or speeding up the work that you didn't want and you hate that work to do. Self-improvement, it's all about being the base version of yourself by letting go of all the things that didn't serve you anymore, by focusing on what truly matters to you. The main problem that we cannot pursue our highest version is just because we didn't know what our highest version wants from us, what he or she is doing, what needs to be done during the day that our highest version can be fulfilled. If you can't even think about what your highest version wants from you, you haven't explored yourself very well yet. You didn't know yourself enough to change it. But here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. Your highest version isn't some magical being waiting to come save you. It's not sitting somewhere watching you struggle. No. Your highest version is the one screaming at you every time you hit snooze. It is that begging you to stop scrolling for nothing, to put down junk food, to stop wasting hours pretending that you're doing something meaningful. If you're tired of feeling like you can't accept this current of yourself, then ask yourself this: what is your highest version want from you now? Not tomorrow, not next week, right now, because the second you start listening, that is the second everything changes. But you have to want it more than your comfort, more than excuses, more than anything. If anyone pulls you away from becoming the base version of yourself, you need to distance yourself from them. No matter who they are, surround yourself with people who inspire you, uplift you, and push you to achieve your goals. Let go of anyone who drains your energy, holds you back, or makes you doubt yourself. You are building your future, and not everyone is meant to come with you. Choose wisely, because the people around you shape who you become. And no matter in which environment you are in, that is the environment that shows who you are. And there's a quote that all the time I like to remind myself: your environment must support your new identity. If your environment is not the one that you wish, then change it. There's one thing that you need to all the time be aware. You have an enemy deep down inside of you, and that enemy is worse than you think. It exists and it shows itself whenever you start working toward the highest version of yourself. The enemy begins to fight that moment you pursue your goals. After a few days that you're pursuing your goals, you might feel like there is no motivation, or your mind won't allow you to adopt with the new lifestyle because your current habits feel automatic. And for your mind, it is hard to adjust a new reality. It will start fighting against you, saying things like, let's take 10-minute break and do what you used to do. But that break turns into an hour and you get trapped. Your mind works hard to pull you back off track. Your current self is an enemy that keeps you stuck in bad habits, procrastination, and fear of change. It convinces you to stay comfortable, avoid challenges, and just do what feels familiar. If you don't resist, it will take over and you will end up right back where you started, and you won't want that. aren't you? Then set a reminder for yourself. Dear me, never go back on the old patterns that they are familiar to you. The next time this urge comes, tell yourself just, I'm doing this for 5 minutes. It doesn't matter how small it feels, just start 5 minutes. 5 minutes is just what it takes you to break the cycle. Once you begin, you will notice that the hardest part is behind you. You already taken the first step, and from there you can add more time. Those 5 minutes might turn into 10, 20, and before you know it, you have accomplished more than you thought it can be possible. The beginning is always the toughest part, but once you break that, the flow comes naturally. To become the person you are meant to be, you must let go of who you are today, no matter what. Growth demands the death of your current self, so your higher self can be born. To overcome what is holding you back, you must act like the person you want to become, not the person you used to be. Change doesn't happen overnight, but every single day, you're gonna fight for that 1% improvement. It is you against your old patterns, your fears, and your doubts. So don't stop and tell your future self thank you. Your mind needs to get that your current self isn't here anymore. It is time to step into the new version of yourself. But you might feel lazy, and laziness may drag you back. Click the video above to learn how to beat laziness and not allowing your mind to win.